Good afternoon, ladies. This is Diane Tuggle from the Happy Scrapbooker, and I'm here today to show you some beautiful spring products that will be coming out when the catalog goes live on May the 6th. Um, this is a Z-fold card. It's a very simple card, stands up like that. I love it because it's peonies or peonies, however you say it. Either way is correct. So it has this beautiful peony right here. It has Queen Anne's lace, lilacs, daisies, and little bitty roses. And the die sets that come with it is this beautiful frame right here. And these all cut out the flowers. And there are also some standalone greenery dies. So this one right here we used. This one that looks like, if I can get my fingers out of there, looks like Queen Anne's lace. And then this one reminds me of the purple cornflowers that grow along the side of the road. So that is what you get when you buy the bundle, Gallery Blooms. And we're also using a beautiful paper pack. It is called Beautiful Gallery. It's a 6x6 paper. It has all kinds of beautiful papers in here. It's got some scenes, some papers that look like wallpaper, lots of florals. Here's a Victorian looking scene. Very interesting paper, I think. So we're going to be using that. Be using the brushed brass butterflies for an accent. And we will be using Baker's Twine 3-color pack. We'll be using this blue. It's very soft. It ties really nicely. And we will be using the verse. Where did it go? The verse and the label die from Cheerful Daisies. Ladies, this set is on the last chance items also. The dies and the stamp set separately, but they are very discounted price, and it's an awesome set. So this is the label die that we used right here. And the verse we used is, "Your friendship means everything." And then we're going to be using another product from the last chance area in the catalog. It is the laser die cut butterflies. So these are really easy to pop out of here. Look at all that detail, and just so easy to pop out. And you get 8 sheets of this. They were $8. They're now $5.60. And this is the last day of free shipping. So this is April 25th, 2025. And we had 3 days of free shipping. This is the last day, so it'd be a good day to stock up on your last chance items. So this is the card we're making. We're also going to be using Fresh Freesia, Memento Black, and Pool Party. That's my Pool Party. We're going to be using some blending brushes, our Ranger Liquid Pearls, the Ballerina, and the white. These are not Stampin' Up! Products, but Stampin' Up! Does have a white pearlized enamel effect, same thing. This is a larger bottle. You get 3 bottles of red, black, and white, and they are on the last chance items also. You could mix some pink and white together and take a straight pen and dab it in it and dot it on if you wanted pink. The Memento ink pad, oops, sorry, comes like this, and it doesn't have a very big space for stamping, and it is like a fabric stamp pad. This is a white ink pad, comes to you uninked. It comes like this with an ink and a blank ink pad. So I replaced that white ink with Memento refill. And the reason I like it so much is this is a foam stamp pad, and you get a really good image the very first time you stamp with it. Let me get a scrap piece of paper and show you what I mean. So when you have a bigger space to ink up your image, and the ink goes on there right away, you don't have to bump on the ink pad. Stamp it down and you get a perfect image every time. Let me see if I can do this without I'm going to get ink on my thumb no matter what. Let me wipe my hand off. I had paper towels, there they are. I'm terrible at closing those ink pads. Look at my thumb. It's going to get on everything. Okay, wiped it off. Okay. Anyway, so we're going to do a different technique. We are going to, first let me wipe this off real good. Put it out of my way. We're going to do some ink blending on this. So I'm going to take my blue blending brush. Let's see how much ink I have on here. Oh yeah. Well, not quite very much. What I'm trying to do is get the ink around the outside edge. You can go right over your flowers because you're going to be coloring over them. And I want to fill in these spaces. And everywhere where you die cut it and it's going to be, would normally be white around the edge, you want that to be that blue. Okay. So now, the peony, I went by the peonies in my yard. I have a light pink and I have a dark pink. So I used Berry Burst Stamp and Blend there, and I used Fresh Freesia here. And I used Old Olive, light and dark, for the leaves. So light comes from the top down, so your highlights will be on top. You're going to be, I'm going to start with the dark, putting the dark on the bottom, and I'm not filling the whole thing in. I'm leaving some of that blue. I'm leaving some of the blue. And I am going to go down the stem because I think it needs it. Now here's another leaf. I think I got them all. Okay. Now we're going to take the light, and I'm still leaving some of the blue show. That's all I'm doing for that. Now the Fresh Freesia. Let's see, this is the dark. Oh, this is actually bubble bath. Oh well, bubble bath will work. I don't think I have a fresh freezer. That's why I did bubble bath. Okay, we're doing the light. And I am leaving, I'm not going all the way to the top. I'm leaving the blue highlights anywhere I think light would be hitting. So at the top of the petals, to the middle of the petal, just imagine light hitting it. And you don't want to cover up the light. Okay, now I'm going to go bubble bath dark. And I'm just going to hit where the shadow lines are already in here. And in the middle. In the middle. Shadow lines, shadow lines. And that is it. So now we're gonna, well, we have our ink out. We're gonna do our butterfly. And you can use either side. That's the good thing about these. You can use them going either direction. I'm gonna get my fresh freesia ink pad out. And my blending brush. I'm gonna start toward the body and work its way up the butterfly. And that is it. So that's all that. Put that away. Okay. So I die cut some of these little flowers. This is the one that looks like Queen Anne's lace. And the colors of paper that I'm using is the Very Vanilla and the Cloud. The Cloud is our new color that will be coming out in May. One of the new in colors. We have a real pretty ocean color that's almost black, almost blue. Cut these out. Well, they won't be seen. Anyway, we got 3 little sprigs we're going to add to this card. This and this. So the die cut for that one. See where I've got ink all over my hands. I'm having a day. Will fit on here just perfectly. And when you die cut it, you will not have that white border or light colored border like you would if you hadn't done that blue. I don't know what that technique is called. It's a type of watercolor technique. Anyway, we'll go ahead and cut that out. And here we have it. And I also, this is the labels from the Cheerful Daisies and the verse, your friendship means everything. I stamped that ahead of time. So we're going to bring our pieces in for our card. So our card is 8.5 this way by 5.5 this way, scored at 4 1/4, and then scored again at 2 1/8. So this is the panel right here. Over here to the side. So then our next piece is 2 3/4 wide by 8 1/2. So it's scored exactly the same. It's scored at 4 1/4 and 2 1/8. So they're scored the same, but then you're going to flip it over and attach it to the card. So let's decorate our card base. I love this paper. I love both sides of it. It's really hard to decide which side you want up, but I'm going with this. This is 4 by 5 1/4, standard mat size. Try to get an even border all the way around. Then we have an inside panel. Somewhere, I know we do, because I cut it. Where is it? I don't know. This front piece is 2 by 5 1/4. I'm going to put that right there. Where is my next panel? Let me pick these up and see if it's stuck to something. No, they're all there. This is my panel this way. Maybe I stuck it back in the container. And I know that's not it. I know it's not it. Well, you know what? It happens. Okay, I'm gonna make that, I'm gonna cut it. And we're gonna make it 2. And we're gonna piece it together because it's not gonna be seen. Is that one too? The top part of it is. Five 1/4. That'll work. So we're gonna cut that off about right there. Do y'all ever have to fudge things in the middle of something? It happens. Okay. This is not going to be seen where it's pieced together. So we're going to put it in here. Line it up. And that looks pretty good. Okay, there we have our pieces. Okay, now we're going to put this on here and here. So I'm going to put it on this back piece, and I'm going to eyeball it and get it right in the center, all the way to the edge. Flat. Pick this up. Flat. So now our piece goes like this, and we're going to decorate these panels. If I haven't hid that from myself. Okay, I haven't. So I'll have all the dimensions for the pieces in the description box and the product used. It'll be a link, and all you have to do is click on it. It'll take you to my shopping website, and you can put a check mark beside the things you want, remove the check mark on the other things, and check out. It's that easy. So this goes right here. There they are. And there they are. Watch me find that piece. No, still don't see it. Okay, then these little pieces go in the folding panels, like so. Like so, and then I cut the very vanilla to fit right inside of there so you can sign your card. And here is our card base. So let's add this little contrasting banner right up here. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and glue everything down flat because the card is a fun fold. It's already thick enough. It doesn't need a whole lot of dimension on it. So we will just dot some glue in a couple places on here. And this goes up like so. And then this one. And it goes kind of like that. And then this one that looks like the Queen Anne's lace. We're gonna put it kind of over here. And we are going to put our butterfly on. Oh, don't drop the butterfly and get glue everywhere. And pick up a scrap of paper. Okay. Okay, and our butterfly is going to go about right here. And now we need our peony. And we're going to glue him down. So ladies, I have a Facebook group, private group called the Happy Scrap, Diane Tuggle at the Happy Scrapbooker. But the link will be in the description box. You just have to click on it. Then you have to ask to join. It's a private group, keeps scammers out. I would love to have you join. I use it in place of a blog. My mind is having problems today. So if I said this once already, I'm sorry. I've done this video on repeat today because I keep screwing up. So it's no telling. I can't remember if I've said it already, but anyway, I'd love to have you join the Happy Scrapbooker. You can share your ideas there and watch videos of mine and people I admire. Okay. And this is going to go right like this. So we need to flip it over. We're just putting adhesive here and here. Just a thin line of adhesive right there. Make sure it didn't stick. Okay. And now we need a little brass butterfly. We're going to put him right there. And now we are going to use our liquid pearls. So jazz it up even a little more. There we go. And some on the Queen Anne's lace. When I was younger, I loved Queen Anne's lace. I thought it was so pretty, so I thought I'd pick some and bring it home. But you know what? It has chiggers in it. I found out the hard way. It's pretty to look at, but you don't want to take it home. And pink, it's ballerina pink. Look how teeny tiny these little dots are. And then I'm gonna put 3 of them right there. And that is your card. I think it's so elegant. It's just really pretty. I love the colors of this. And I like this one too, the dark peonies. And the different papers. This one has a different paper out of that pack with the dark roses, and then this background. Piece of stuff there. So I hope you will give it a try. Hope you will check out my Facebook group and join us. And I hope you will like and share my videos, my YouTube videos, and please subscribe. Also, subscribing is free and it helps me so much. And if you need a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you want some of these products, my shopping website is in the description box, and the link to the products will be there, and I'd be glad to help you out. In the month of April and May, I'll be giving a free Stampin' Dimensional pack for every $40 that you spend, and that comes out of my pocket. And you will also be put on my list for future catalogs. So I hope you will shop with me. Hope you'll try the product idea, and you all have a good day. Bye now.